Hey everyone, and welcome to another All About RVs video tour. Today I'm taking a look here with you at the brand new 2026 Rpod 190 travel trailer built by Forestriver RV. This is a smaller couples style coach. This thing comes in about 20 feet 4 inches long and just a little over 3,200 pounds dry weight when this one rolled off the assembly line. But we're going to take a few minutes here. I want to walk you through the inside and outside of this RV and really kind of show you what it's all about. We'll be right back on the inside. All right, we are now up inside the all-new 2026 Rpod 190 travel trailer here. We're going to start back here in the back and then we'll kind of spin our way to the front. But as you've seen on the floor plan that was up a few seconds ago, this is kind of a rear dinette living area with a front bedroom. This thing comes in overall length at just over 20 feet long. So it's a little snug, but it's great for a smaller camper if this is what you're looking for. But camera-wise, it's a little tight. So just kind of spinning through here, you can see there is a door down here which gives you access to storage underneath of this, which you can get to from outside also. This dinette will drop down and make into a bed. So if you did have a guest, there is a place for them to sleep. You are going to have an electric outlet down there. The windows on each side of the dinette here do open. The back window, though, however, does not. Looking up at the ceiling there, you got a couple lights. There is one of the speakers right there. And then where that blue sticker is, that is prepping for the WineGuard Gateway Connect feature. It's an aftermarket feature you can buy, hook on there, and then subscribe to like AT&T or Verizon and basically bring in wireless internet using your existing WineGuard Air 360 TV antenna system on here, as it does have the Plus system on it. Over here is kind of your main entry exit way right here. Electric box with the breakers and fuses down there. You do have some shelf space, a little bit of counter space, USB charger port, electric outlet, a 32-inch smart TV right here, 12-volt powered, by the way. So as long as you got a good charged up battery, you should be able to check out the local stations and stuff. Again, 12-volt powered, 32-inch smart TV right there. Bluetooth connector system right up there, and then you're going to have your slide button, your awning button, and some light switches over there as well. The doorway does have a traditional screen door, and it has a window built in, and that window is Lippert thin shade ready. There's an aftermarket shade you can buy for that. You do have pull down roller shades on the windows back here. Then over here, kind of looking forward, is going to be your slide out area, your kitchen area. Looking down below right there, you can see the Furrion convection microwave air fryer system. So a 3-in-1 system right there. A little bit of storage to the left of that. Looking up, you are going to have the 2-burner gas stovetop with a flip-up glass lid. So if you're not actually cooking, you just flip down the lid, get yourself a little more counter space. There is a sink cover over there on the wall, high-rise sprayer faucet, and then you do have a little bit of storage up above right here. Now back in behind here, when you flip this down, you do have some counter space back here, electric outlet back here, window back here as well. And then real quick, it does come with a Road Tech tire pressure monitoring system. Very nice system here that you want to check out. I wish all RVs came with something like that. It's definitely a good safety feature to have. Now just kind of looking down the hallway area here, you can see their on-demand water heater controls right here. Monitor panel, water pump switch, and the water heater override switch. There's also a solar charge controller for the solar panel that's on the roof. Down below right there is going to be the propane leak detector. Over here is going to be your Furrion refrigerator. Nice little refrigerator, freezer on top, fridge on bottom. And then next to that is a hanging closet and 3 full extending ball bearing drawer guided drawers. And then looking down below, there's a little bit of storage down here along with the dustpan and central vac. Electric outlet on the side of the bed down there. And then right underneath there is some storage, but also that's where the propane heater is as well. Then you're up into your bedroom area right here. Window on the left opens. The front windshield area right there also opens. And then this window over here opens. Shelf space up above here to stash some of your stuff on. There is a pulled down nightshade and a pull up screen on that front window also. Over here you have a cable outlet, and you also have your TV antenna booster button right there and a 12-volt outlet. So if you wanted to add another 12-volt TV up here, you could do so. Digital thermostat right there to control the AC system and your propane furnace. Another speaker right there. And then you're going to go in here to the bathroom, and the doorknob does have a lock on it. But let's start up top here. You can see there is a large turbo exhaust fan here, 14-inch Furrion turbo fan with a maxi cover on top also, which allows you to kind of leave that vent open in the rain or when you're having it in storage or whatever to let the RV kind of air out. Electric outlet over there. Foot flush toilet. You do have some storage underneath the sink and some shelf space here. A little bit of counter space. I like the little backlighting in the mirror right there. Skylight up above. Then you have the ABS tub surround, pull across vinyl door. And that shower pan's probably, I'd say, close to about 3.5, 4 inches deep roughly. But what do you guys think of the Rpod 190? This model has been around a pretty good amount of time, and this is kind of a throwback to the original smaller Rpods, like the 171s and the 189s, the 190s, all those type of things, 180s. But very nice setup here. This is what Rpod originally kind of started with, and now they've gotten into a lot of larger RVs too. But what are your thoughts here? I want to step outside, I want to walk you around the outside, and then I'm going to come back in and close it up for you too. We'll be right back on the outside. All right, we are now back on the outside of the brand new 2026 Rpod 190 couples style travel trailer here. We're going to start here on the door side and work our way around for you. So first things up, you have a white fiberglass exterior. It is an aluminum studded foam block insulated sidewall with the upgraded Azdel composite material instead of those cheaper wood Luan backers like a lot of brands use. You do have some vinyl graphics on the RV. You're going to have deep tint safety glass windows except for the one on the front, but it is still deep tint. You do have a decent size storage area here on the front, and you can see that 18-inch griddle by Suburban right there. There's also a motion light in here, the front cap light switch, and looks like a USB charger port there. You can see some of that aluminum tube framing there as well. Next to that baggage door is also a hot and cold outside utility shower, which comes in handy because it's right there close to where the griddle and that little portable table actually would mount right there. So you got the removable table attached to that bar, along with the griddle goes right there. The gas line hookup is going to be right down below here. And you can also see underneath of there that enclosed underbelly and that front stabilizer jack up there as well. There's also going to be an electric outlet right here in the black tank flush to clean out the toilet system located right there. Almost forgot, that baggage door right there is held up by a magnetic holder and does have the slam lock feature. Your awning here is a power awning. Comes out, has adjustable arms for tilting, has an LED light strip, as you can see, built in up there, and it does have a manual override in the front arm head in case of an electronic failure. They also give you a standard amber porch light too, that you can control separately from the awning light, depending on how you want to light up your area out here. There's a couple speakers right there, and again, those attach to that Bluetooth system inside. Looking down here at our wheels, we have kind of a gold aluminum wheel, drum brakes, easy loop hubs, riding on Goodyear Endurance tires, and you again have a tire pressure monitoring system to help you keep up with that tire pressure. You get a single entrance step that kind of folds back under the RV when you are traveling down the road. Deep tent safety glass entry exit door with that window built in that's Lippert thin shade ready. You have a large folding handle there. You're gonna have pass-through storage. We'll check that out a little bit better when we get to the other side. But again, magnetic holder and a baggage door that is slam lockable. Looking underneath right here, you can see the dump hose holder along with the rear jack and again, enclosed underbelly. Now, your spare tire is mounted here on the back, and it goes into 1.25 inch hitch receiver down there. So if you really wanted to, you could technically take that spare out, maybe throw it in the back of the truck and put a bike carrier on the back of here. But it is a roughly 1.25 inch hitch receiver there, rated for a few hundred pounds. So depending on what you are doing personally, you might change that up a little bit. On here on the back side, you can see this again is a fiberglass section back here. Now this piece of fiberglass right here goes all the way up to the front. So all the way across your roof. This is a one-piece fiberglass back, roof, and front section down to the diamond plate up there. So it's actually pretty nice the way they kind of roll this around, less seamage up there, but you do still have the typical things mounted up there. So let's hop up there real quick and check out what's on the roof of this thing. Okay, so I just wanted to hop up here real quick and kind of get you an idea what the roof might look like depending on how you set yours up. But you can see all the way up here in the front corner, there's a plumbing stack vent. You have your roof vent above your bathroom, which is that turbo fan, but it also has a maxi cover over top of it, which allows you to leave that open in, say, like the rain or something like that. Or even if it's in storage and, you know, it's really hot outside, you can leave that open so that it can kind of air out. Some of the heat buildup can escape the inside of the RV. So that's kind of cool. You also have the skylight there, another plumbing stack vent, your AC system right there, the Winegard Air 360 Plus TV antenna system, and this one had a solar panel also ordered on it. But again, you could see this is a one-piece fiberglass that rolls all the way up and all the way back down to that diamond plate on the front. So very nice setup right there. All right, let's head on back down. All right, back down here on the ground. Again, just extremely important to keep up with your roof maintenance and stuff like that. Looking right down here is the other side of the pass-through storage area. And again, pretty nicely done up here. So it does kind of go back off to the left. And then on the other side, it kind of went off to the right. But you can see that pretty decent amount of storage for a tiny camper. Now looking down below underneath of here, you can also see the gray tank dump along with the dump hose holder and the rear jack and everything down there. Now there is a motion light right there. There's also a cable satellite inlet right down here and your detachable 30 amp power cord right there too. Now we have a slide out on here. This slide out is a 12 volt powered Lippert in-wall slide. Now one thing you might consider adding to your RV is going to be a slide out awning cover. So just to kind of get you an idea, I got right over here, I got an Rpod 180 that another customer is picking up. And you can see right there, they put the slide out awning cover here. Those help shade the top of the room. They repel a lot of water, leaves, twigs, debris, that type of stuff. So consider that. Now here's another little item that they added on too. Look right up there. That is a Furrion backup camera right there. So when you pop on the running lights right there, That would power up the camera. You got a little monitor that comes with it, and it would allow you to see what's going on behind you when you're driving down the road or backing into a campsite. Consider adding that to your Rpod too. Might be a good idea. Moving along here, you can see again down below the black tank dump area right here. That enclosed underbelly, hot and cold low point water drains, and the fresh water tank drain right there also. But what do you guys think of the look of the 2026 Rpod outside? Do you kind of like the graphics package, the colors and stuff? What do you think of that? Let me know your thoughts. Over here is going to be the furnace exhausting out, city water inlet, gravity fill fresh water tank, and your on-demand water heater located right here. Now, right here is going to be some very important informational stuff. Let's check this out. So for example, this is the production date sticker. Tells me this particular RV was built 9/24 of 25, model number 190. This RV has a gross weight. This is the most you're allowed to load it up to. Axle weight, hitch weight, everything combined. Do not exceed this. 4,770 pounds. Has a dry weight of 3,217 pounds. Exterior length, 20 feet 4 inches, it says. Tire size is showing ST 225 75 R15 E-range tire with an 80 PSI cold. And again, you have that tire pressure monitor to help you keep up with your tire pressure. Very, very important thing to do. Now looking at the front of the RV right here, you can see it's very nice and rolled. So the way it kind of comes down and everything, you're gonna have that opening window in the front. Again, it's kind of a dual pane window. You do have LED light strip and the light up logo right there. Lower diamond plate metal. Battery disconnect right there. The little blinky light is the repeater for the tire pressure monitor. Room for 1 or 2 batteries possibly to go here depending on the size of the battery. 20-pound propane tank with the bottle cover. 7-way Barkman wiring plug. Safety chains are heavy duty again. You do have the little holder for all of that stuff right there. 2 5/16 hitch ball. And a power tongue jack with a light built in and a manual override in case of an electronic failure. But a very cool little couples coach, should be easy to tow around and hopefully brings you a lot of enjoyment. We're going to step back inside real quick. I just want to show you what it looks like closed up. We'll be right back on the inside. All right, stepping back up inside the 190 here real quick to show you what it looks like closed. I've gone ahead and closed up the slide here to speed this up, just to kind of get you an idea. You know, if I was a skinny person or a small child or something, I could probably squeeze through there and maybe get to the bed, be snug. Be pretty hard to get to the bathroom though, because it won't open very wide. But it only takes a few seconds really to push the slide out. And again, you come right on back here to your control panel up here, which has the slide button on it. And all you gotta do is hit the out button. So just kind of get you an idea how it works. It is a 12-volt powered slide system. So as long as you got a good charged up battery, should go in and out pretty easy for you. And that's all there is to it. So pretty quick and easy to get in and out of here. All right, guys, thanks a ton for taking the time to watch my RV videos. If you don't mind, please remember to smash that like button. If you haven't done so already, please remember to subscribe and do your wallet a huge favor and check out the folks at Couch's RV Nation, guys. They're one of the largest internet discount dealers in the country. Thanks again.